We are live here on the Love the Beat radio show, off the cuff show with Masai Lincoln. I'm here with my younger brother Jay.
Yo.
We're only doing an hour today because Jay's got to run. He's just got back from holiday. So yeah, it's going to be short and sweet, but we'll cover a lot. But yeah, here we go. You okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How was your holiday?
Yeah, man. Typical lads' holiday. I'm exhausted, but yeah, man.
I don't get why did you like go straight back to work and not have like a day, like another day off kind of thing? That's what
I had Thursday off, so I got back Wednesday night.
But like you got back. Oh, yeah,
I got back Wednesday night. I took Thursday off. I was ready to go today. I just thought,
okay, fair.
Because obviously I still want to use.
Yeah, you don't want to waste holiday. Yeah.
I don't want to sit there. So and also as well, like I need to. There's like a lot of catching up. So like I had like so many emails and stuff. So
what was it like?
Fine. I caught up within a few hours.
No. I mean like the holiday.
The holiday, we went Iron Apple.
Do you mind? Sorry, no. Do you mind us moving your chair back just a touch? I'm sure it's fine. Just an intro to. Yeah, cool. All right, carry on.
So we went Iron Apple, and to be honest, there's not much else to do out there besides party. So
yeah,
we went to the beach a couple of times during the day. We didn't really do any excursions or anything. They have a beach called like Nissi Beach. There's a lot of hype around.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, I mean I've never been to Iron Apple, but I know a lot of people.
They have that beach has this really cool part where you can like walk over to like a different. It's almost like a smaller island kind of thing. As if you just walk over to it, the water's like to your knees, and then you can.
Oh, nice.
But like, no, I thought it was cool. I mean, it was kind of exactly what I expected.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was good. It was boiling. It was like.
Yeah, to be fair, it was boiling. The last few days here, it was like 30 degrees. Yeah, it was unbearable. Yeah. Was it busy like this time of year?
Yeah,
it was
really busy.
Yeah, I thought it would be. Yeah, I mean it's like middle.
Once it hit like 9, so I've noticed that like in this country and apparently in other countries as well. Like there's different countries in South America as well that are like this. That the culture is people go to sleep a lot later than they do here. Don't know why, but when we'd be out at like say midnight getting ready to go out, there were still kids walking around.
Right.
And restaurants were open. Crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess that's because it's a tourist area though.
Yeah. Like it was even around that time it was boiling as well. But yeah. I mean, it was like this. The streets would get really busy.
Was you in a hotel?
We were at a villa.
Was it aircon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It was amazing. Every time we got home, it was just.
It must have been so nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh cool. But yeah, are you all caught up on like was you watching the Euros and stuff?
I was watching bits of it, and then like obviously, so we were 2 hours ahead out there. So like.
And you don't have like ITVX and stuff, and you're busy. You're not
they
really,
did have it on the TV. Like there was BBC and ITV on the TV. I was always around to watch it. I was just busy.
Were you talking about the football, or are you talking about Love Island?
Football. And
sorry, football. Yeah. Obviously, yeah, they showed all the games out there. Obviously, you're not going to plan and watch all the games. I mean, if it was England, yeah, but because last week. I was booked to have like this TV producer to come on, who's like a friend of mine. She's like a colleague, but then she just couldn't make it in the end. It was just too much. Like she's got a dog and stuff, so she couldn't make it. So in the end, it was just me and Ben. Like he filled in, and we were just like we were chatting, but like we were watching. I had my laptop here, and we watched France versus Netherlands. Like it was it was alright. There was a lot of aura, but like, nothing really happened.
Oh yeah, that was so much. I mean, that group did have quite a bit of aura.
There was like Xavi Simons, Van Dijk, Mbappe.
Depay,
yeah, with the headband, a lot of aura.
Yeah, even though I don't really like Depay.
I know, I don't really like it. It's something.
He just strikes me as so lazy for some reason. He just strikes me as like you know his headband literally says "Who cares" on the back. He's just trying to nonchalant gimmick. Like,
yeah.
What is he playing at? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He does seem like the kind of guy that is unreliable for some reason. Even though he scored.
No, he is good. I mean, I know what you mean.
He's a good player though.
Yeah.
Also, the fact when a player can't last at a team, like he was at Barcelona, he was at Atletico, and he just moves. Is he not at Atletico now? I think he's becoming a free agent, isn't he?
Oh, is he? Oh, I didn't know.
I think so.
And he was at United.
Whenever a player moves around like too much and no one knows why, I just assume that they're not like there's something a bit off. Yeah. Cancelo, some guys, you know what I mean.
It's been good though, but like England have been pretty. I know we've qualified and that's all that matters.
It's good that we're top, but I
just don't think I've not been confident at all, and I'm a bit worried about this game against who have we got? Slovakia. Yeah. I'm not confident at all.
With England. I don't. Man, what annoys me about England is like.
Sorry.
Good.
I don't know. It's playing ads or something.
Oh, a bit of technical difficulties.
What is going on? I don't know what's going on. 1 second, we're just having some technical. Is it stopped? Yeah, I don't know what went on there. All right, cool. We're good to go, I think. Sorry, yeah, carry on about England.
What annoys me about England is like we always should beat a team. It's always, oh, we're better than them.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll beat them. And then it's always, well, we have Harry Kane. He's the best striker in the world. And then we have Bellingham, the most informed player in the world. And then we have Foden, who's the best player of the best league because he was player of the season. And it's like, we've got Walker, who's the best right back. So if we've got all these best in the world players, why are we not dominating teams?
That's why
so stupid.
But that's why it's frustrating, because we do have loads of good players, kind of thing.
And then also as well, like obviously we always have the problem of who should play and who shouldn't play. I feel like maybe it's just within other countries you'd experience it, but like no other country goes through that to the degree that we do.
That is
There's
true.
There's no way.
That is
like,
true.
I don't get, why do we have that? I feel like with France, even if they have as much, if not more, talent than us. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's still obvious who's gonna play.
Right. Yeah.
Why do we got like I don't know.
It is frustrating, and I just think I've never really been. I'm not like, oh, I'm anti-South. I'm not a massive fan of his, but what's frustrating is we have played a lot better under him. So it's kind of just a bit like I don't know what's going on, and I'm just not very confident. I know, and I'm just a bit worried about we're gonna play. Not even about we're gonna play a better team and get knocked out. I'm worried more about the Slovakias, where it's gonna be embarrassing if we lose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, when someone's in charge, I like to back them. You know what I mean? Southgate, he's our manager. I don't love him, but like we topped the group. We did okay. Like he's got the result we wanted, but like he does strike me as someone that actually, like before I used to kind of just trust him. Now he actually strikes me as a guy who really, like he's like a guy who just either plays favourites, or sometimes he kind of gives me the impression of a guy that scrolls through Twitter every night. I don't know, if to me it feels like all the stuff people say gets to him and he just doesn't know what to do. I don't know, he gives me that impression.
I've never really got that impression, but I've always got the impression that he's a bit like
weak. I don't know.
Weak, yeah, a little bit, and a bit like, but he is, I don't know, like I've just never been too convinced by him. 'Cause I don't think he's a great manager, and the way I've sort of put it is, say if he left England after this tournament, I don't think any of the top clubs would be like, oh, we need to get Southgate. Do you know what I mean? Which is fine, because I don't know if a lot of top clubs would be like, oh, we need to get Didier Deschamps in. Do you know either? Do you know what I mean? I just think it's a bit like, I don't know.
I just don't think he's ruthless, to be honest.
No, I mean, to be in his defence, people would say it was ruthless that he left out Grealish and Rashford, who have been very good.
Yeah, and that's one thing that that's a good argument
so,
for that. But
I don't know about that. I just think that,
I think he has favourites though. I'm sorry,
but there's nothing wrong with having favourites though, to an extent, because he had his favourites in Maguire, and he's had his favourites in.
The thing about Maguire is he played well for England.
Yeah, but okay, but it's not like Gallagher's starting. He hasn't started. He started one game.
Okay, but I think he has Bellingham as a favourite. I think Bellingham should have. I watched that game. He should have come off, and he kept on bringing off other people.
Which game?
Third one.
But then, to be fair, even though I think we should have made more changes because we were already through, but there's nothing wrong with say leaving on. To not be too critical, there's nothing wrong with say leaving on your best player, because if that was say France, and like they weren't already qualified, but let's say they were already qualified, it wouldn't be unusual for them to just leave on Griezmann or leave on Mbappe or leave on Giroud or Pogba when he was playing, or Kante. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just, I don't know. Let's just wait and see. I'll sort of try and reserve a bit more judgment until we go out or we win, or let's just see what happens on Sunday.
That's the thing, because I don't want to overrun like the sort of, if you look at it logically, we top the group. Like that's factual. You can say about what he should have done, played this, and he should have played that. Yeah, we did win the group. Like if we won the tournament, but the guys, but Palmer didn't get another minute for the rest of the thing, are you going to complain that Palmer didn't play, or are you going to say we won, kind of thing? And also as well, we on paper, I'm not saying it's done. I'm not even convinced we are going to win. On paper, we've got a very favourable draw. Yeah, like towards the final. Yeah. Our run is very favourable. Not that it matters to me personally. I don't think it really matters in this kind of football, because it's not like a season or even Champions League. You get to usually, apart from the final, you get to play every team twice. But with this, it's like you play it once. It's just about the day. Like for example, Portugal wanted to beat Georgia. They were already through. I'm not saying maybe mentally they were like, oh, we're through, but they lost. You just don't know what's going to happen. Anyone can beat anyone, especially at this level. I think anyone can beat anyone. And the more football evolves, it'll be even more. Like back in the day, I feel like underdogs were a lot more under. Where now, like,
I agree.
The gap is a lot smaller. It's like, I don't know.
Other nations are getting better.
It's like fighters. Imagine when like people that could grapple kind of first started dominating all the kind of boxers and stand-up guys kind of thing.
That is true.
Now you get more fighters that can do everything. So
yeah, exactly. I did not expect Georgia to go like they didn't win the group. They came second or they came third, but I didn't expect them to qualify. I thought they put in a good effort, but then they actually beat Portugal. I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
So I still think Portugal's gonna win. I did bet on them at the start.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I put a £10 bet on them to win.
I put £1 on Portugal to win. Germany runners up. I don't know if that can still happen. Not gonna lie.
I don't think it can because they're on the same side of the group, aren't
they?
Oh no, it might. I don't know. It might be able to. I'm not too sure.
But it will be interesting.
It will be interesting.
I can't wait to see the big teams go up against each other.
Tomorrow is Switzerland versus Italy, and then Denmark versus Germany. I think Italy are going to win, and then I think.
Sorry, it's Italy going to be who?
Switzerland. Switzerland are always tricky, but I just think
Italy's defense and I know what you mean. Obviously England, Slovakia, France, Belgium.
Belgium look terrible.
Belgium do look really bad, but I do have a feeling that when you're not playing great or whatever, but then against a bigger team you do better. If that makes sense.
But saying that, France have not looked that great either.
Yeah,
France have not looked that good.
With France, obviously they've got that whole. France are like the Madrid of national teams. I feel like they've got that kind of mentality. And
I would say Germany are the Madrid of national team. Germany and like Brazil.
Not Brazil right now, but I mean like historically, yeah, historically. Because Brazil right now. Oof.
Yeah, I know Brazil are not amazing, but I don't know. It's
Netherlands, Romania, Germany, Denmark. I actually think will be closer than what people think.
Oh, I don't. I don't think Denmark have got anything for Germany.
Yeah, I think it could be.
I reckon that's a very easy win for
the
Germans.
Spain, Georgia. I think Spain arguably look the best in the tournament.
They do. They won every. Did they win every game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won every, and they made 10 changes in the last game.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if Georgia took them to extra time or something.
Yeah. Portugal, Slovenia should be straightforward.
I expect Portugal to win pretty
comfortably. Yeah. I think they're going to perform how we should have against Slovenia, if that makes sense. As in, be a bit more dominant and be more on top of them.
Yeah.
And then Austria, Turkey. I actually think that's going to be really close. I actually think that can go either way. I think Austria,
a great game,
Austria on paper are a better team. They have better players.
I think they're the same, to be honest.
I think Austria have a few more, maybe higher profile players that I personally know, kind of recognize.
I think they're about. If you look at their teams, they're pretty.
But Turkey, I think. I mean, look,
Turkey are good.
If you were to go through the knockouts and maybe try and bet on just straight up who's going to go through, I just want to see what kind of odds you get, really.
I think Italy will go through. Germany will go through. I actually expect all the big countries to go through. I don't know if there'll be any surprises, to be honest.
I do feel like I
see England losing.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of extra time.
Yeah, I reckon there's going to be a lot of draws. I could see something like Georgia drawing with Spain, but then losing on penalties or something. Yeah.
I think Italy will go through.
Yeah, me too. I think they'll actually win that in 90 minutes, though.
Maybe.
Yeah. But Denmark looks so. I know they drew with us, but they haven't looked. No one in our group looked great anyway.
Yep, but obviously that's football at the moment, so it's quite interesting. A lot going on there.
It's good. Have you been keeping any eye on Copa America? I haven't, but.
No, all I know is I
know Canada won their first game.
I know America had an upset loss against Panama.
Was that an upset?
Big time.
Is it? Okay, I don't.
They lost to Panama, and it was in the news because a couple of their black players got racially abused and they posted it.
Oh, I see.
Because it's that bad of an upset. They lost 2-1.
Right.
I know Argentina, so they won they have that layout, that sort of format where if you win it, you're already basically through. So what I think Argentina won 2 games now. They just they won a game or something like that, and they're already in the round of 16 or something like that.
Okay, I know Uruguay.
So Uruguay have been good. Nunes.
Brazil drew their first game, didn't they?
I think so. But I really
they drew. I mean, I don't really care about Copa America, but people have been quite interested in it. Have you been caught up with? So are you caught up with Love Island now? It's actually been so good, especially in the last week.
So I went on holiday last Thursday.
Yeah.
And this past week has been the best week of the show.
It's been unbelievable, isn't it?
Bro, up this generation, bro. Kieran is generation.
I actually, do you know what? I wasn't really a fan of his. Not that I didn't like him, but I wasn't really much of a fan. And then I think a lot of people I think he's getting frustrated because I saw a tweet where everyone thinks he's like a little boy because he's young and stuff, and they think he's dumb, but he actually seems quite intelligent.
The way he carries himself, yeah. Like, obviously, he's a boy in the sense that, like,
he's 21.
When he was talking about how many girls he's been with, and
yeah,
he's a bit reckless, and he cheated on his last girlfriend.
But he's a kid. I mean, he's
but like,
young.
I don't know. He is a bit reckless in that way, but at the same time, you can't take the piss. Like with him, you can't really. You know what I mean? Just walk all over him. And I love that it happened to Harriet as well.
Oh, I can't stand Harriet.
She's the biggest victim ever. She's
because she'll give it and then
she'll do this.
She'll start crying.
She'll talk to you and laugh at your face and try and bully you. And then if you say anything back to her, she'll be like, "Why is he embarrassing me? I didn't even say anything."
Everyone, it seems like on Twitter and stuff, seem to be more. They don't like Jess more.
Who's Jess again?
She's the other girl. Like, you know the other girl.
Jess is like.
But I think I prefer her to Harriet though. More people dislike her than Harriet. But I think I prefer her. Like, she's grown on me a bit.
Harriet has grown on me a bit just because even though she's like such a little victim, she seems like she could be fun sometimes. Whereas with Jess, she's less of a victim. But she's less of a victim. Bad. Like, she seems so pessimistic.
She's very like moody. She can be quite moody. I get. She's quite not even that. I think she's very like no nonsense.
And the thing is as well, remember, she's tough. She's been single in there basically since it started because like Ronnie chose Harriet and then she's just kind of just been in friendship couples. And I bet being on Love Island is already boring. But then imagine being single on Love Island. It
must be frustrating.
Absolute worst. So I get her being moody. I'd probably be like something the same in a way. But she's so like.
I know what you mean. Like, I found it when she was with Ronnie, she was moaning a lot. Like, she was complaining. And I think that maybe put him off a bit.
And, like, for someone that no one wants, really, ever, she says, I'm the
prize.
Oh, man. I'm the prize.
That is very annoying. Do you know what? I think that... do you know what's been crazy to me? This whole thing with Joey and Grace. Grace has, like, lost her head. Like, usually she's very calm. You know, like,
this is like...
This new girl's come in.
Yeah, but this is mortifying, though. I think it's fair.
I know, but I'm surprised how like head's gone she's actually been. I'm a little bit surprised.
No, I'm not because
I am.
No, but think of it this way: every day, basically in that villa. So the first day Grace came in, he kind of clung to her, said goodbye to Samantha, whatever, and then he's always talking about how I miss you and we've got something so special and blah blah blah. For him to literally go on one date with a girl and then move the way he's moved. I'm not even surprised because if you're Grace, you're probably thinking like, did this guy just lie for like a week?
I don't think he's lying though, because
okay, fine.
I know what you're saying though.
Okay, why would he go so full on then if he's willing to do that?
Because it's basically, in a way, it's kind of like his ex-girlfriend coming in, but then I get it from his perspective that they both have said that I'm not closed off. So why don't they just say, "Oh, I'm closed off," or she should say and now she's complaining that he's going to meet a new girl.
Yeah, but okay, fine, I get that.
They haven't actually said it though.
Yeah, but think about the way he reacted when Omar said a couple comments to Grace, and then he went up to him and said, "Oh, you're no competition to me, bro. It's your snake." Like, okay, cool. So if he means that much to you, why are you allowed to kiss someone else?
No, but I think that even though I disagree with how he went about it, I think he's annoyed that because when him and Omar sorted it out, he was just like, I can't stop you doing anything, but can you, like, I'd rather you sort of tell me, do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't have had a problem. Do you know what I mean?
I get that.
Like, kind of how he didn't get annoyed at Connor when he done it. Do you know what I mean? Because he sort of said, oh...
Yeah, but Connor, man, he's a coward, that guy.
Why is he a coward?
Not a coward.
I wouldn't say he's a bit geeky.
But he's just not, he's very, no, he's not a coward. I just say he's not very confrontational, which doesn't make you a coward. But like, you know, like the way he was very apologetic when he picked.
Oh yeah,
it was very. I wish he would be like, bro, I'm sorry, but I like her. So
it was very beta, but he shouldn't have picked her anyway. He should have picked Jess or something.
Dumb, yeah,
it was a stupid choice. What do you think? Do you think this? I kind of in the last episode, it seems like the new girl's called Jessie, isn't it? The other blonde girl, and her name Jessie.
Yes, Jessie. Yeah.
I feel like Will seems low key interested in her, and she kind of seems a bit interested in him. That surprised me.
Remember when he said she'll probably pick me?
Yeah,
mugged himself off so bad.
I think he was trying to cover his tracks, innit? And I think he was like, "Oh no, what have I done?" That's gonna come out.
He's such an idiot. No, like I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like mortified, like because even when he went to hug like Uma, she was like, Like,
I didn't notice that.
So basically, he said to her,
I remember the part where he said, "Oh, she'll probably pick me." Yeah.
And then when it didn't happen,
Why did he say that?
He had to be like, "Wait, what?" Oh, and then he had to be like, "Oh, what? I'm so relieved."
Yeah, because
Like,
she was like,
I don't
she
know.
said she better not pick you, and I was thinking, oh, and then but I don't know why he said that. He shouldn't have done that.
He should have just stayed silent. Obviously, it's easy to say in hindsight, but why
But
would
I
you
did
say
think,
that anyway?
to be fair, I did think she was gonna pick Will, because I just thought, oh, Grace and Joey are gonna get back together. But now, to be honest, Joey did say, "I'm glad you picked me." And did they go up on the Jefferson kiss? I can't remember. Oh.
And the thing is, Grace and the other girls know they're on the terrace. So what he did is he sat down.
They like
they sat on the floor.
Yeah.
And they kissed. Yeah.
Yeah. This is. I can't wait for tonight, to be honest.
You see with Joey though, like I'm not gonna lie. When someone gets to that age and they're still single, I mean, there's a reason. You know what I mean?
In fairness to him, he is saying, "I do want to find like a wife," kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think that when you get to that age, like I think.
But no, I don't think for a man. I think it's slightly different. If you're a woman, yeah, maybe. But he's like 33, which is still young.
Okay, it's not.
It's not like he works a normal job and he's got to dedicate 50, like most of his week to go into a 9 to 5. He's got loads of time and money to do what he wants, kind of thing.
True.
So I mean, it's a bit easier for guys like that, I think.
I guess, yeah, but he does act like a bit young.
Do you think so?
I think so. Like I don't know. Even okay, fine. It's fair enough if you go on one date with someone and you feel a lot with them, like you said you did. Yeah, I think that's fair because like I don't know if you're not having a great relationship with her, then you can go look back and say, yeah, that was a great date we had, kind of thing. Yeah. But I think that like even the way he dealt with it was not very mature. Like he could have been like okay, if I was Joey, I already have someone that really likes me, Grace, who in my opinion is like best top 2 in the villa.
She is, but she does seem quite nice.
She's got a lot of aura.
Like, yeah, she's got a lot, and she's good looking, and she seems quite
smart. She owns a business and everything. She's smart, right? Even if I went on a date with a new girl and she was really pretty and it went really well, I would not go around saying, "Oh, I got more in that date than I have with Grace," and the whole time I wouldn't even say that. I would be like, okay, let me just assess how it goes, and just I think he got a bit excited,
maybe,
which isn't very 33 years old of him.
But it was a bit telling when she said something like, "Oh, you don't know anything about me." But I was thinking they were dating for a while, like, you know, when she said something.
When did she say that?
In the last episode, she said something like, "You don't know anything about my family," or "You don't know anything." Do you not remember? Like they haven't spoke about it, and I was thinking they've.
I didn't know that.
She said that in the last episode. You don't know anything about me or my family, or you haven't asked me.
I thought that was something to do with Ronnie. I thought someone said that about Ronnie.
Grace was saying how you've never asked me about like my family or what they do, and I was thinking, wow. So they were dating before and during this. They've been speaking for the whole every day, but they don't really know that much about each other. I didn't really understand.
Maybe Joey is one of them guys who doesn't ask a lot of questions. And he talks more than he listens, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Because, like, girls hate that.
I get that, but then why... She's only sort of bringing it up now that he is interested in Jessie.
Yeah.
And Jessie seems alright, to be honest. She's good looking.
It was hard to choose.
She's got a lot of aura.
She's got a lot of aura. It was hard to choose between her and Grace. I went with Grace, personally, like, in terms of just who I prefer.
I like them both. I like them both.
I really like them both, but... Yeah, nah, she's nice.
I can't wait to see what happens. Like, I think they're doing Castle Moore tonight or something.
Well, when that singer, when Eve, I thought they might have done what they did with Neo last year.
Yeah. When
they took the selfie, said, "All right, let me get one with just the girls."
And
he done one of these.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
But like, it'll be good when Castle and Moore goes. I think that as well. I was thinking about this yesterday. When Castle and Moore comes, I think that there's gonna be a girl in there that Joey likes even more. So then he's gonna be out of Grace. And now he's got in this new couple, and now that he's going to take another step to another girl.
No, do you know what I think will happen? He'll go to Castle Moore, or the boy, whichever way they do it. Obviously, even the ones that stay in the villa, they bring new people in.
Yeah, both sides.
On both sides. I reckon won't be interested in any of the girls, and then he'll go back to Grace. That's what I think will happen.
You reckon?
Because then he'll be a week away from Jessie anyway.
And that's the thing. If he's known Jessie for like 2 days. I think him and Jessie is almost done already, because if they're together for a couple days, this is gonna be his mind. Oh, there's another girl in front of me who I'm gonna spend a week with, and then he's gonna think to himself, well, Jessie's got to spend a week with another guy, and we're not that close yet. I think Grace is my safest option.
That's what I think.
And then what he'll do is he'll bring another girl back, so he'll be greedy.
Ooh, so
bring another girl back because he's allowed to do what he wants. And then go speak to Grace.
But now I think Grace might actually be like, I'm done with Joey. Not that I'm done with him, but I want to get another guy now.
But
I can't wait to see what happens.
that is going to be so good. Every year
So
I always
much
think to
aura.
myself, like, man, how they, like last year was way better. There's no way they're going to top that storyline. That storyline from last year, like, I'm trying to think.
Oh,
with
because
Castle
Tyreek
Moore,
brought back the other Ella.
when Ella. No, Ty didn't bring back anyone.
I thought
he behaved well.
Oh yeah,
and
she
Ella
brought back that guy
recovered
with
the
the hair.
Uzi.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah.
And
Oh
like,
my god.
that narrative of Ty, like that whole thing
Oh,
of
that
Ty,
was hilarious.
and he behaved the whole time. And then for Ella to go and do that,
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
just because of stuff that he did at the start of the show, like that was brilliant. That was
it. No one saw that coming.
and then he was like so angry. And I remember like there was a tweet last year, and it said every time Ty gets really angry or upset, he checks his phone that has nothing.
Oh
on it.
yeah.
Like,
I remember
he
that.
always did that. It was just so funny.
That was funny.
Oh man, that was incredible. That was such good.
Who do you think's actually gonna win? If you had to say, put money on it right now, like £10.
If I had to put money on it, can I just say individuals? Because obviously I don't think any couple. I don't know if any.
So you don't think any of the couples right now will win?
If I just think who's in it right now, who do people like?
I could see.
Who was saved? Like Sean was saved.
Sean.
Sean and Harriet were saved. Remember in the vote?
Oh, well, isn't Sean with Matilda though?
He's with Matilda now, but I'm saying
I
like,
could see them winning.
in the vote.
I can't
Because
stand Sean.
Matilda's quite likable. Sean, okay. At
He's
the
so
start of the
cringy.
show, I really liked him.
Yeah,
because-
he's so.
Do you know what he reminded me of? He was kind of like Joey from Friends to me, as in the way, not
No
with girls,
way.
just in the way where he's a bit dumb, but he's quite funny.
He's not funny at all. Like I don't get what you find interesting about
It's
him.
just his face.
That,
No, but now I can't stand the guy. Literally,
so cringy. Like I just think.
he's not mindful of
Oh my
why he was
God.
invited in the section.
I know facts.
Like he kissed a girl and stood over the terrace.
Oh, that was so.
Bro, they call it first bad B syndrome.
Oh my god, that's so
Act
bad.
like you've been here before, man.
Do you? I would love Matilda to get with a new guy.
Like that's.
But I do
that's
think
what-
she likes Sean, so I don't think she will.
No, but that's what I was saying though yesterday. When
He'll be worried though when it does happen.
When we were watching it like the other day, I said to him, I think I said to you, I thought to myself like, he is gonna be devastated.
Oh, if she brought back
Because
another
he
guy.
won't. I bet you because he waited weeks for her and she's finally come along. I bet you he won't leave her. for the
Yeah,
rest of the show.
he-
But she might open up and meet a guy.
Yeah, because
From,
she's
like,
basically new, innit? So
Yeah, she's from Beckenham as well.
yeah, she's local. And where is he from actually?
I can't remember.
I was thinking this the other day. I wonder where he's from.
I wouldn't know, but
Yeah, Google it, find out for me. I'm sure he. I was trying to think, where is he from? But yeah, that's gonna be super interesting. And obviously the people that they bring in, there's always like one or two that stay from Castle Moore that are really good.
that's what I mean. Like last year, I mean, Uzi had a little storyline, but then it went boring. But I'm trying to think. Hold on.
There have been a few down the years where like they have one or two from Castle Moore that are like
Hertford.
incredible. Hertford. Oh, that's where he's
Sean
from.
is from Hertford.
Is that Hertfordshire?
Hertford. It just says
Hertford.
Hertford, yeah.
Okay, never heard of
I
it.
don't know what that is, but yeah, no. There's always a couple. I mean, through the years.
I'm trying to think.
Kaz. Kaz
Oh,
was from
yeah,
like Josh
Kaz.
and Kaz.
Did she get to the final? With Josh, or like near? She got near towards the end.
Lochan was from. I know he wasn't like the best character ever, but like.
Oh, was he Castle Moore with Whitney? They're still together
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he was.
They're still together now, aren't they?
They look like a solid couple.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that. I didn't think she actually liked him.
Yeah, no. There's been a few, but Love Island, they're doing it again.
It's been good, man. Like it's funny because way less people are not way less, but obviously less people are watching it than they used to.
Do you think so?
Yeah, no, they are.
Is it in the stats?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
They're probably getting about 1 million views, maybe a bit less. Whereas before it was getting like 2 million views. 1 million is still a lot of people to watch one show, but before they were getting like 2 million at their peak, or 1.5 million at least on average, kind of thing. Now it's getting like 2 million, which is now it's getting about 1 million, which is a lot less, but it's still very, very good. They're still making a lot of money, but damn, they used to make a lot more. I can't wait.
Can you just imagine like being on the show and like being part of the best series, or like having the most goated moment? Like, can you imagine being Kieran and coming out of it?
That was the best. I saw a lot of people like quoting the video of that where he said that thing to Harriet during that game, where he said what he said, and I saw a lot of people quoting that tweet saying, "Oh my God, is it too late for me to start Love Island?" Oh, like I saw people that weren't even watching it, like saying, "Oh my God, this is incredible," kind of thing. So I reckon a lot of people started watching it from beginning this week, or just started this week, and was like,
And that's
"Damn,
what I mean. Like, can you imagine being like in the Hall of Fame of contestants?
But it's funny, they have no idea. They don't know.
That's the thing. Like,
they don't know what's been shown. They
Obviously,
don't know
yeah, as a
what's gone
contestant-
viral.
as a contestant, yeah, you just don't know. I mean, There's like a little, you know, how, like girls that tweet about Love Island. There's probably like 5 clips that they all just use, and every love
it's
hashtag
so
Love
annoying.
Island tweet.
But like that video of
the one like this,
and that one of India, you know, from a couple of years ago, you know, where she's like, yeah,
looking
I
like side eye.
can't stay. It's
There's
so
one
annoying.
with,
Yeah.
There's one with Whitney where like she's like this, and it's like 2 seconds long.
I haven't seen it.
Well, she's literally
I might
just
have
like,
seen it.
and it's like 2 seconds long. Imagine she would have had no idea that her doing this.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing as well. I mean, until I've been watching the show a couple of years and I was a bit older, I realised how you can actually just fabricate however you want. Like, for example, during like a recoupling, someone could say something funny or whatever, or like there could be like a little interval where nothing happens and someone smiles at someone. But then if they want, they can just put that after something that's crazy.
Well, they're actually not allowed to do that.
Are they not?
No, so no, it's not that. They've never been able to do that. So
okay.
Obviously, when I was working on Big Brother, they can change certain things, but they can't make something completely different out of that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So they can edit certain things if it happened around that time, but that exchange where Kieran said something.
Obviously, like that happened.
No. But what I'm trying to say is that exchange where Kieran said to Harriet, "At least I'm not second and third place." They wouldn't be allowed to, even though they could.
Facial expressions.
They couldn't say edit Io, being like
Laughing.
or laughing from 2 minutes.
If he didn't, yeah.
If he didn't, from say 5 minutes earlier, even though they could make it seem like he did, they're not allowed to do that because they could end up doing something where someone gets loads of abuse or it affects them winning the show or
yeah. Oh, true, yeah.
so they can't actually do that. They if it's in and around that sort of thing, they can, but they can't do things like that.
They can't.
In a way,
I thought
they're not allowed to actually do that.
I thought they were allowed to do that.
No, they can't.
Like also as well, I thought they were, for example, allowed to. Maybe they can do this, like arrange the order in which people go for chats as well.
What do you mean?
Like for example, I don't know if I saw like a clip of someone on a podcast who was on the show talk about it, but like apparently they do things like, say for example, let's just say Joey and Grace went for a chat here, and then Joey and Jesse spoke about something here. They might be allowed to put the Joey and Thingy thing first, and then put something else there, and then after that put the thing that originally happened first, like Joey and Grace. Do you know what I mean? Like they're allowed to rejig the order of like chats that happen. I don't know though.
I don't know if they're allowed to do that. I mean, I don't know exactly how Love and Island works because I've never worked on that show, but I know a lot of people that have, and I know a lot of people working on it now. I mean, I could ask, but I'm not sure they're allowed to do that because it's got to be reality. It's a reality show, so
true.
They can't go in Joey's ear and say, or anyone's ear, and say, "Are you going to do this? Can you do that?" They're not allowed to do that because I've seen it on Big Brother. When they go to the diary room, they can't say to the contestants, "We need you to do this," or "We need you to do that." And in about 5 minutes, can you say that? Unless it's part of a task or something else like that. They also can't do things to make it, in a way, scripted. It has to be natural. And also as well, there's a lot of things that you don't see. They might be allowed to do things. Let's say Kieran goes into the diary room, or Io, or Mimi, whoever. They could be talking because obviously when they're in that diary room, we don't hear whoever's in the gallery, whether it's the series producer or the narrator, whoever, speaking to the contestants. We just see what they're saying back to them, and I'm sure that they are asking them questions. They might ask them, "Well, what are you going to do next?" Or are you going to do this next? But they can't.
They're leading. They're open questions, not leading questions. Basically,
exactly. They can't say, "We need you to do this," because it's not. They aren't contracted to do that.
Okay.
So they're not allowed to say, "You know what? In 10 minutes' time, you're going to go up to Grace and you're going to tell her, I thought what you said was rude." They're just not allowed to do that. Yeah. So I think a lot of people do think it's scripted.
I always just kind of take it with a pinch of salt, just in case, like. But now that I know that you're not allowed to do that, then it's a lot more.
So, for example, have you ever watched Made in Chelsea?
No.
Or The Only Way is Essex?
Maybe like years and years ago.
Well,
I know it's reality, isn't it?
It's reality, but it's not because it's filmed and it's scripted and they're doing takes and they're telling them what to say, even though it's semi-reality. Whereas if they done it like Made in Chelsea and The Only Way is Essex, that's how it would be. But it's not like that. It is reality. What you're seeing is reality. However, we're only seeing 45 minutes of over 24 hours plus.
It's just nuts, isn't it, to think about?
So most of the day, nothing's even going on. They're just talking and
they're just bored as hell.
They must be bored. Yeah.
I can't imagine how boring that show must be.
That's why when the tasks do happen, and when the games or the diary room or they get music or treats or dates. That's why they're so excited, because you got to think there's no music, there's no TV, you don't have your phone, you don't have anything. So when these things do happen,
it's just hot.
It's hot. Obviously the weather's nice, but they don't have any idea.
And on top of that, I hear that they don't like it if you spend too much time in the pool because of your microphone as well.
I mean, I don't know that, but I'm guessing that's true, yeah.
I saw a clip of someone on the show, more than one people on the show say that they had to ban people going in the pool, because what they would do is every time someone new came in, they'd bring them to the pool and start asking them loads of questions about what's going on.
Right.
And they actually had to ban like the cast of being in the pool for like a week or something. And that's actually true.
I wonder if, I'm sure they do, but on Big Brother, you know when you're watching the show, I mean, I don't know if you've watched Big Brother before.
I watched some of it. When you started working on it, I watched it.
We have a guy called, is it Howie? No, not Howie. Is it Hugh? Is it Hugh? I can't remember his name. I think it's Hugh. Or no, Marco. And it's either Hugh or Marco. And throughout, and you get different people in the diary sort of box in the VOG, and they're saying to the contestants, this is Big Brother, and they're speaking. And obviously the audience at home who are watching on TV can hear that. I would love to know if they've got the same thing, because it's an open plan sort of villa and it's outside.
Oh, what, do they have like the voice thing?
I wonder if they do.
They do?
They do.
Yeah, though they have that voice, they call it like the voice of God or something. Basically where it's like a big tannoy, and they can tell islanders and
that makes sense, yeah.
Because apparently one example I've heard, another clip from someone on the show. Do you remember last year when Ella recoupled and left Ty?
Yeah.
So apparently this Katie had already come back and sat down.
Katie, yeah.
And apparently Ty kept asking Katie, did Ella recouple? Did Ella recouple? Yeah. And apparently they had to shout at Ty and say, Ty, stop speaking to Katie, stop asking her what happened, kind of thing.
Right.
Because he kept asking her, and obviously he has to see the result. Do you know what I mean? So
Right.
they do have that. Also as well, I don't know how I know all this, but like they have like a little, obviously they have microphones on them, and if they want to go to the toilet, they have to be like, I'm going to the toilet, and then they walk over there as well. It's weird, like.
Yeah. Because I just
Interesting,
assumed everything was done on their phones, because they've got the phone feature.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Because most reality shows don't have phones.
I'd be like doom scrolling on that phone, man. Like, I wouldn't know what the hell.
Well, there's nothing on there. I think you can only
take pictures. Yeah,
you can only take pictures. There's no internet or anything.
I don't know what I would do with myself in there, man.
No, you would definitely get used to it, because.
You think so? Like, do you think you get used to the time and stuff?
You would, because they don't know the time.
Yeah, but as in like, you'd be able to sit there and feel like, okay, I think like maybe your body clock would be able to tell you it's about like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, your body clock
Lunch
would
will be
figure it
soon.
out because you're outside. But you wouldn't. What I'm trying to say is, at first, I think it would be weird to be away from your phone and whatever. But I'm assuming shows like Love Island and say Big Brother, they usually put them away for like a week, isolated anyway, in a hotel.
Oh yeah, most likely.
I know they do that on Big Brother, so I'm assuming they do something similar on Love Island, where they are in a hotel far away, they can't contact anyone. So before they even go in, they're probably away for like a week with no contact anyway. So once they get in, it's probably like, oh well, I'm here now and I'm ready to be on the show.
Yeah, so they might feel like it's like almost like a step up, because they start from the very bottom, no contact with anyone. Now they're on Love Island where there's people, aside from producers.
And you do have to remember, there's a task every single day. There's a task or game every single day.
Yeah.
You might not see every single one, because if, for example, there's a massive argument, the reality team in the gallery are not going to say, oh well, let's stop this massive argument to do a game. That can be pushed back. So if they're not playing games, they are occupied by arguments or chats, or it's all going on, sort of thing. So it's interesting how it works.
I was actually talking about this to my friend yesterday, 'cause I went to his house and we watched some of it at his, and like we used Harriet as an example. But can you imagine? So everyone that goes on the show,
Yes.
chances are they probably think quite highly of themselves already, right?
Yes.
Can you imagine the reality check of going onto that show and being one of the people that the public just doesn't like?
Well,
Can you imagine how that feels?
I think you see that when it has when they have not the recouplings, but the votes.
for the favourite couple.
And who's in the bottom two. I think it really hits a lot of people hard, like, oh my God, people don't like me.
Because that's the thing, like, again, you don't know what's in the hour that gets that makes the cut.
Right.
So all you literally do all day is sit around. It's not like they're gonna be like, all right, guys, we're recording now.
Yeah, because
They don't even know the camera, like, as in they forget the cameras are there.
Yeah, because they're recording 24/7.
You're literally just sitting down, chilling all day, being yourself, only to find out that people just don't like you. Like that would, mentally, that would be very heavy.
For a lot of people, I mean, for me, I wouldn't care, but I think a lot of people
That would
would.
be heavy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be really heavy.
I think it does. I think a lot of people do get upset by not doing well, and I think as well when these things do happen on these shows, you'll see people act a bit more tactical. They might think, "Oh, I can't be with this person because they're dragging me down," or they're bringing out the worst of me. I need to be with someone that's going to make me be likable to the public. I think you see that a lot, and maybe that's what some people with the whole Joey and Grace thing, because they were like in one of the worst when they in like the lowest.
Maybe.
I think maybe he's thinking, oh man, maybe people don't like me with her.
Because Joey's like he's a reality TV expert. He's a veteran.
Exactly. So he knows what he's doing.
He probably knows that what he's doing is crazy in terms of morality. He probably knows that I probably shouldn't be.
Well, maybe
doing
that's just how he is. We don't know.
But at the same time, I think he's like, you know what? I'm going to upset some people, but this is going to be one of those moments people talk about. So I'm just going to kiss this girl on the terrace.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Are you? We're nearly done. We've got 15 minutes. I was going to say, are you going to be watching Yuri versus Alex this weekend?
If I'm up, I'll watch it.
Who do you think's going to win? I think Yuri's going to win this time, you know. I've got funny... It's 50-50, but I really fancy Yuri.
I think Yuri. I think Alex has been active, man.
So has Yuri. They both fought
Oh, they did?
They both fought on UFC 300.
Why did I think that they didn't? Why did I think Yuri didn't?
No, they both fought... They fought each other in November. It was November. And then they both fought on UFC 300. So they've actually been as active as each other.
Okay, yeah. I have a feeling it'll be Yuri. I'm not sure, though.
It can be close, though, I think.
I think maybe... Because Yuri's such an awkward guy. It might be hard. He might be a kind of guy that gets harder to fight him again. Whereas with Alex, I don't know. Maybe it's something that's because he's a bit more conventional. It's easier to get used to. If that makes sense. Because Yuri's really awkward.
He is
really awkward. I remember when I first heard of him like a couple of years ago, and I saw him fight. I was just like, he doesn't even.
But he is very hittable.
True.
He is very hittable.
Obviously, if you get caught by Pereira, then
there's a good chance you're going out. Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be good though. I kind of want to see. What would be nice if Yuri wins and then they do like a trilogy.
Yeah, that would be
Imagine
cool.
if there's like a back and forth decision. Like say Yuri wins a close decision, then they would definitely run it back.
Another aura off to end all.
Oh, I can't wait for the stare down.
The stare down.
Have you seen the video of the stare down?
Where,
they had
yeah.
So because they were literally talking about on Ariel's show. He said everyone's talking about aura now, and they were like, he was asking the guy who's like a bit younger, and he was saying, "Oh, GC, what is like the best thing in MMA to have like aura points?" And he was like, oh, I don't know. He was saying, oh, Yuri versus Alex stare down. That was like plus 1,000 aura points.
Yeah.
And yeah, that whole thing where he comes out, Pereira comes out with the bow and arrow, and obviously Yuri's like the samurai. It's just aura all over the place.
It is just there's like a spill of aura.
There's a lot of aura on this.
It's a real high concentration of aura in there.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know who's got more aura. I genuinely don't know who's got more aura.
I don't know who's got the most.
It's pretty even.
Besides, I think Conor, but like, obviously, but in terms of active fighters, who's got the most aura in UFC?
I think it's between those two, Yuri
it might
and
be, innit?
Adesanya's up there. I think.
But I think because
he's got a lot of aura.
He does have a lot of aura, but at the same time, he does. As much as I really like him and who he is, I think he comes across a little bit like sensitive. I feel like he's someone that reads comments. Do you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Whereas I think Alex doesn't.
He doesn't care.
He's not that kind of. I feel like Alex does not care what you think. Whereas I think Izzy would like the internet to like him. Whereas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
That's why, to me, I feel like you lose aura when you care what people think about you.
Yeah.
Personally. So,
I'm trying to think then, who's got aura? Like a lot of aura in the UFC.
Charles Oliveira.
Oliveira's got a lot of aura.
He's got aura.
Yeah. He's going to be there tomorrow. He's got a lot of aura. That was a great answer. Sean O'Malley's got aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. I think he does a little bit. I think everyone cares.
I think Sean has the star quality, but he's also very aware. So
yes.
Fair enough, but at the same time, I think his style, his tattoos, and his hair color.
John Jones has got aura. 100%.
Oh, I mean,
but he definitely cares what people think.
Yeah, like
he reads comments.
He responds to tweets. I reckon
Yeah.
I could tweet John Jones and he'll reply.
He might do, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he's got a lot of aura.
Yeah, he has. I mean, When he kind of dismantled DC, that was one of the biggest displays of aura
That was
I've
a
ever
lot.
seen,
That was a
because
lot of aura.
he just seems so alpha in that.
Oh, he is.
whole-
He's a complete alpha. Yeah.
Like he is that guy as an alpha male. You can't even. I would say as well. Aura.
Taporia.
That's a poor aura.
Ilya Taporia. Yeah, literally. He's got it's in his name.
Yeah.
Taporia. I think Brian Ortega's got aura. He's got like that. Cool,
Yeah, no, but he's
cool
got
guy,
that cool guy.
cool
and-
guy swag kind of aura.
Yeah, free boy swag.
No, he literally does. He's
Yeah.
fighting tomorrow as well.
Yeah, nah, so yeah. I mean, obviously, there's like women fighters that do as well, like Tracy Cortez, and
Oh, well, she's fighting. You know, she's
fighting Rose Namajunas. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
heard,
Macy Barber has to drop out.
Yeah,
So she's fighting. Oh, I can't wait.
that's
for
gonna
that
be good.
fight. Yeah, that's gonna be a banger.
I
I don't know. I mean, there are fighters that do have aura, but I'm just trying to think who else has got a lot of aura. Kamaru Usman, when he was in his prime, a lot of aura, 100%. Like he was like literally
so unbeatable.
Yeah, and he had that aura. Like he literally had that aura.
Yeah,
You just thought, wow, this guy's.
I think MVP has.
He's got a little bit of aura. Yeah. I want him to win so badly.
So do I.
But my heart is saying MVP, but my head is saying Ian Gary's gonna win.
I was actually thinking about this morning. Like, I have a feeling Gary will actually do.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the favorite.
I think he'll win by decision.
I think that's a good shout. I think if MVP is gonna win, he has to sort of finish him.
I wonder how many fighters on the card I actually sort of know the fighters. I might put a bet on.
Well, I mean, Ian Gary's fighting MVP. Obviously, Yuri versus Alex. Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Who else are you gonna know? Anthony Smith is fighting Roman Dolidze.
He's fighting again already.
Yeah, he's fighting. Because this fight was originally meant to be Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah.
Khalil Roundtree tested positive for something. Now he's suing their company.
Yeah.
And then Carlos Ulberg jumped in to replace Roundtree. So it was going to be Ulberg versus Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
And then Jamal Hill got injured. Then it was Anthony Smith versus Ulberg. Ulberg then gets injured. And then Dolidze steps up and fights Anthony Smith. So that changed like 3-4 times.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's another, Mara Buena Silva is fighting, you won't know who she's fighting. Macy Chison, I don't even know her name, but I think she's going to win. And then you got Joe Pyfer is fighting, I don't know if you know Joe Pyfer, he's fighting
Well, I might know his face.
Marc-Andre Berrio. There's some good fighters, there's some good fights on the prelims as well. Yeah, it's good. It's a good card, I think. It's a good card. I can't wait, to be honest.
Nah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, but it's mad to think that it was meant to be McGregor-Chandler. That's why there's been so many changes as well.
Yeah.
Because the top 2 fights on the card weren't scheduled, were they? They only got booked 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When we found out McGregor was out.
I'm just looking at rankings right now just to see. I think Shavkat has that sort of
He's got that like
aura.
mysterious sort of lore where he's just he doesn't speak English, but he literally does have that aura. Hamzat has that aura. I know it's gone down a bit.
He's losing the aura point.
But he still has aura, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's not that many guys that have got that aura. Like
Yeah, not really. I'm just looking at it. I mean, there's not a lot. Nah, Duplessis.
Nah, I mean, I love him, but I wouldn't say he's got aura. But he does have everyone's got a little bit of aura, but I wouldn't say he's got aura. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Man, I feel like, do you know who's... I mean, he didn't have a lot to begin with, but do you know who's losing it?
Who?
Every day with his cope. Jamal Hill, man.
Oh my, yeah, honestly, yeah.
He's lost so much. I think he has to file for aura bankruptcy. That guy.
I think he started to lose his aura when he started having beef with Ariel last year. That's when he started to lose his aura. Yeah.
Why were they beefing?
Because when that clip came out of Dana White with his wife.
Oh, the slapping thing.
Yeah. When that clip came out, Ariel was asking him because Jamal Hill tweeted something like, "Oh, if you don't want to get hit, you shouldn't hit people." And then he was asking him about it, and then he was getting annoyed at him, and then he made like a whole 2-3 videos.
I don't get, why was Jamal Hill getting annoyed about being asked a question?
Because he basically, I think Ariel's in a way asking, so what, do you condone what he did? And he's like, no, I'm just saying you shouldn't hit anyone if you don't want to be hit. And I think
that's true though.
That is true, but in a way it's kind of saying, well, if a woman does hit you, your wife.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't hit them.
You can hit her back, sort of thing.
Yeah, like I wouldn't do that, but I agree that.
Yeah, and then he started
hitting someone.
And then he was like, oh, he done all these videos like, oh, Ariel, I don't like you. Like a few months later, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be on your show. Blah blah blah. And yeah, a lot of people just turned on him. And then obviously when he did lose to Pereira, he's complaining a lot about.
He just keeps talking about it.
Yeah, and you know what's funny?
He's making Instagram posts about a Pereira.
I saw a video on Alex Pereira's YouTube today where they bumped into each other and he shook hands. And
I saw that video as well.
yeah, and I'm just thinking, like, I'm not saying, oh, you need to go in there screaming and stuff. Like, it's quite mature of him to not say anything, but he's another one. Even though I do like him, he gets very emotional, especially on Twitter and Instagram. He's always replying to people saying this and that. I know
I still can't imagine being like, can you imagine being a guy who's equipped to basically kill people with your bare hands and still caring what people think? That's mad, isn't it?
I do sometimes think that. Why would you care about what some guy on Twitter says when you're...
It's just mad. Like, I mean, even if you're
killer.
a normal guy, like, I don't, you know what I mean?
I don't care.
I don't care what people think of me, but like, if I could literally dismantle someone with my bare hands, why would I care what a random, like,
I guess
it's
maybe
really weird.
It must be frustrating to think that you can do that,
and
then people can just get away with whatever they want to say.
Yeah, maybe because obviously
that must be frustrating.
These guys come up in a world where everything is sorted out properly, so then obviously when they probably can't comprehend being
I think
person, maybe.
they must not get that you can,
that they wish they could just have it out with everyone. Basically.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I get it, especially for a lot of these people.
There's a lot of aura loss,
and also as well, I think as well, even though I don't think it's embarrassing, but it must feel embarrassing to get, say, knocked out, or you talk a lot of stuff and you're gonna say you're gonna beat somebody and then you lose. Even losing a fight, it's not like, say, losing a football match,
because it's more like losing a final because you've been training for that long.
And also as well, if you lose a game or a final or a season, you can always go again next week or the next month. Or with fighting, that could be your one chance, and you're risking your life. And if you get knocked out, you might never fight that person ever again. But more than likely, you won't.
If someone beats you in a fight, they're just superior to you. Like in football, there's so many games where the better team loses and everyone can see who the better team is. Whereas in a fight, even if you beat someone up for 4 rounds and you get knocked out in the 5th, that guy beat you. Like, it's not even like but you fought better. It's like, who won the fight? I think if I beat you in a fight, I'm better than you. Like, I'm just...
It's like, I'm the stronger, I'm more dominant, I'm the alpha.
This thing that me and you do for our livelihood, I'm better than you.
I'm better than you, 100%.
Like, imagine that.
Yeah, I agree. So it must be frustrating for these guys where they just... I get it. It must be... I don't think they should be embarrassed. They got nothing to be embarrassed about.
I personally think in sport, losing it's not something to be ashamed of.
And also as well, they are built different human beings where this is normal to them.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine getting into a cage and fighting another guy the same size as me
in
or
front
bigger
of
than me.
That many people.
And you're putting yourself out there to either be on the highest high or the lowest low. It could all go so wrong. So
even if you have a little scuffle at work or something and there's like 10 people watching, you know what I mean?
You'd be embarrassed if you lost,
kind
of thing. Yeah.
Can you imagine if like millions of people know that you lost a fight?
Yeah, especially if they've been talking bad about you or you've been having beef with them. It must be, you got to eat a lot of humble pie. Whether you've been, even if you make up at the end or whatever, it must be frustrating to be like, damn, I really thought I was going to get that one. Or I talked all this stuff and then I get knocked out.
And on top of that, one thing that mentally I think would kill me the most as a fighter, or not just kill, like it would just be, a lot to sort of comprehend process, is training is long. Like, you train more than you fight. Obviously, in every sport, you train more than you fight, but like the ratio is a lot bigger in fighting.
You probably fight 2-3 times a year.
You can't fight every week, whereas in football, you might play 2 matches a week, right? Can you imagine just training for months, or some guys only fight once a year, and then losing at the end? Because, and I remember when I was
the weight cut as well.
When I was a bit younger, I used to think like I'd see fighters lose, but then they'd be partying with their friends after. Like, what do you mean you lost? I'm like, now I realise, because if you train that much, you have to party. Like, 100%. You have to celebrate.
And also as well, you have, like, they always say the fight before the fight is the weight cut. So you got to think, you're killing yourself to cut that weight, and you have to lose, say, 20 pounds and 10, 15 pounds in 1 week. That's horrible. That must be, I couldn't imagine going in. I mean, I have one hot bath a week, and sometimes it's really hard for me to stay in there, but they got to go in there and go in the sauna and train, and then they got to do it again in the sauna and the bath. We've only got 1 minute left. It's been an hour already. It's actually flown by. But yeah, we've only got 1 minute left. Next week, really I'm going to try it. We had a lot of cancellations with guests that I wanted to get on, and I couldn't get them on. Obviously, I'm very grateful for my younger brother coming on the show. But next week, I really am going to try. If you want to tweet me, follow me on Instagram. I'm on all of these socials, TikTok. My username is Masai Lincoln. That's MASAI. Oh, there was a motorbike that went past. I'm gonna say it again. So my socials on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything else is Masai Lincoln. MASAILINCOLN. And you can follow me, tweet me, let me know you watched the show. We'll be back next week. I'm gonna really try to get another guest. I might even do 2 shows if I can't sort of move things around. This has been the Off the Cuff show with Masai and my younger brother Jay. We'll be back next week on Friday, maybe even a show before. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I can't wait to see you all next week. Thank you. Bye.